XRP holders, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. Happy Monday wherever you are around the world. What an amazing start to the week, guys. We are obviously starting off a brand new week, and XRP has finally seen that breakout. A lot of people, on my channel, as we know, we discuss XRP on a regular day-to-day basis, and a lot of people were, leaving a lot of negative comments over the course of the last, few weeks when I was talking about that this breakout is imminent, and we got that. And what XRP was able to do is insane. Obviously, when I pull out the charts, things will make more sense, but we are seeing, as far as the broader market is concerned, on the other hand, a little bit of a minor pullback. Nothing crazy. It's part of the game. Profit taking occurs. Bitcoin saw a little bit of a retracement. Totally normal. Just a quick reminder for anyone that has forgotten what the market looks like over the course of the last 1 month. Here's a reminder for you guys. But XRP is holding up right now, up 5% over the course of the last 24 hours. One of the few coins that is holding on to, the bullish momentum. Look at what happened. The price is at $2.47, up a staggering 7.2% in Bitcoin comparative valuation, up literally $5 billion over the course of the last, 24, I wouldn't even say 24 hours, I would say since last night. So the price has gone up to $2.47. We wicked up to the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level. Since then, seen a little bit of a retracement. So pretty much $7 billion, obviously not taking into account right now because we did see the price correct a little bit from the 23.6 Fib zone retest. But literally since last night, a $7 billion increase, which again is insane. Look at the 24-hour trading volume. More than doubled, almost sitting at $10 billion. So let's take a look at what's happening. But before we do that, as always, just a quick disclaimer, anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in cryptocurrency. So $2 trillion added to the U.S. stock market at open. So, of course, a lot of people are going to come out and say, why is the stock market pumping and, the likes of crypto markets not pumping? Are we going to ignore what the crypto market has been able to achieve? The crypto market has outpaced, stock market in just a short span of literally a week. Obviously, we're talking not long-term, just talking short-term. So, of course, that's something a lot of people overlook. But on this channel, we don't want to be overlooking that. Moving forward, XRP surpasses USDT in market cap, securing the top third position in the ranking. Once again, USDT has taken over, the top third spot because, of course, we are seeing a little bit of a minor pullback due to that fact. But I think we're coming for that third spot in the next few hours to come. I think we will see that flipping once again. XRP is gaining a lot of momentum, and I do believe we do end up seeing an all-time high, in the very near future before an ETF approval even. So you can see, big XRP net inflows hitting $58.16 million and still going. Big money flowing into XRP. Of course, the demand factor is definitely there. Demand factor not just from retail, but institutions as well. You are seeing, crypto digital assets, very hot for a lot of investors across the board. Even traditional investors that, never really had the exposure into digital assets are now looking towards digital assets because, of course, now crypto is seen as that, internet boom. Now it's a crypto boom. And now a lot of people are going to come out and say, what if you're an OG? We were the pioneers. We were the pioneers. Now is where the mass adoption really takes place. Speaking about mass adoption, if you've been in this crypto space over the last, 10 years, 8 to 10 years, we've been hearing the word mass adoption several times, and I'm sure a lot of people have that ingrained in their brain, and now that's actually taking place. That mass adoption aspect is really taking place now right in front of us. Moving forward, big news coming out. SEC Chair Paul Atkins says his priority is to develop a rationale regulatory framework for cryptocurrencies, a new era for the SEC. We know Paul Atkins. We know his history when it comes to digital assets and supporting it. And someone that is a chair position like Paul Atkins, this is as bullish as it can get, bringing clarity towards this newly emerging market. And I could not be more excited. I think, we are about to hear a lot of exciting things. And speaking about exciting things, look, we're going to come back to the liquidation numbers, but look at this. SEC Commissioner Hester Peirce says tokenization cannot reach its full potential without legal clarity. Speaking about that, remember, Ripple, XRP ledger, one-stop shop. What's the beauty of it? It has that regulatory compliance aspect. So, that is really sending a lot of shockwaves to a lot of competitors as well. They were doing everything right from the beginning. Obviously, the previous SEC under Gary Gensler were very unfair as to how crypto was treated in the US because, of course, this is a newly emerging market. You can't just make rules out of thin air. And that's why you did see all these lawsuits that, we were seeing happening over the course of the last, few years getting dropped because, of course, you need rules to be in place before you obviously implement them. And there were no rules for cryptocurrencies and digital assets before, so hence we did see all those lawsuits being dropped. But you can really see where things are really heading. But today, $215 million liquidated from the crypto market in the past 60 minutes. Of course, like I said, a little bit of a retracement happening, which again is part of the game. This is why you want to stay away from leverage trading platforms. I've said this so many times. I am totally against leverage trading. And if you are in the cryptocurrency space for the first time and you want exposure to altcoins, don't leverage trade because, of course, I'm not going to name anything. I'm not going to name any platforms, but leverage trading in general is something I'm totally against. I've lost thousands and thousands of dollars while, I've been in this space. I've done my fair share of leverage trading and I will never wish that upon anyone. So if you want gains, remember, do your due diligence research, and if you've done those two things, patience is your number one key to follow. That's literally it, because patience is very important. If you expect instant gains, instant gratification, I hate to say it, 99% of the time you'll get wiped out rather than you're actually making money. And this is why actually buying and holding is the best case scenario in my opinion. But look at this. XRP, the only altcoin smart money is positioned and the only altcoin smart money is positioning next to Bitcoin. Wisdom Tree digital asset, specifically identified XRP as the only altcoin suitable to sit alongside a Bitcoin strategy. Even though headlines and ETFs remain focused on Bitcoin, sophisticated investors are quietly positioning into XRP. Even Bitcoin maxis will accumulate XRP, and I agree with this take. And I think, these sophisticated investors, they're buying OTC. I emphasize on OTC so much, and we cannot forget the OTC market does exist, and this is where the smart money really comes into play. But let's take a look at, what's really happening. Beautiful, beautiful move for dominance earlier this morning, 62.31% for the first time since April 1st, guys. Dominance continues to fall down, exactly what you want to be seeing for altcoins to push even higher. Bitcoin actually dropped today. Hence, obviously, you did see those liquidation numbers. We actually saw Bitcoin going down to $100,000. Obviously, that is a psychological price point. We would expect that to hold as support. That's exactly what happened, and we have bounced up to $102,000 right now. Sell the news event, of course, due to the roundtable meeting, but just a little bit of shakiness before I think we start heading towards the upside. But very, very impressed the way XRP held. Broke out. It actually broke out into the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level when dominance fell down to 62.3%. That was a major, major deal for itself, but you can see this for yourself. We broke out for the first time to $2.65. You can see we haven't retested that level pretty much since March 3rd. Breakout is imminent. Now we are in the the fact that we did retest the 23.6 fib zone, even though we're not in it, we did fall below it. This is a level it's going to fill, in my opinion, and we're going to start heading up to, most importantly, the $2.82, and then after that, $3 plus. So very, very exciting stuff here. That long accumulation pattern seems to be, ending here. So again, just a quick reminder for anyone that has forgotten, if you picked up XRP from April 7th, you are up right now 63% for one of the largest coins in the crypto markets. Haters are going to be speechless. I love seeing that. Let me know down below what you guys think. Where do you see the price of XRP going? We'll see you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.